Hey guys, today we are doing kind of a haul. Makeup that came from a bunch of different places. So it wasn't one single haul, but some are new. So for instance, Victoria Beckham came out with glosses a little while ago, and she just came out with some new colors. And so I got two of those. Westman Atelier just came out with a powder. Here comes Lucy. And we're giving that a try. At the Violet Gray sale, I got two new colors to me. I got Poppet, and I think this is Cochette from Westman Atelier. And I've been mixing these two colors together. I have hair. And I found on sale at Nordstrom's, they have these little, I don't know, price matching sales or something like that. And they were having something with Chantecaille. This is an eyeshadow duo. That's super, super pretty. And I went on the Chantecaille site and they showed this in action, but it was already done. They were just doing one little thing. And I thought, well, that's pretty. So I am questionable whether I will get the beautiful effect that I saw on their site, but I sure am going to try. But before we get started, you guys, I got some PR. So nice. I very, very rarely get PR. I was contacted on Instagram from Emile Cordon, and they make these really, really nice lip products. And I think my favorite is in the other room. They have several flavors, and I need to, if you know me, you know my lips are always dying, and it's so hard for me to sit here and put on my makeup without something on my lips, and this is just doing it. I have one in the living room, so when I'm hurting, I put it on. I'm keeping one in here, and I just wanted to give a very big thank you to Emile Cordon, and I will put a link down below for their website. No affiliate or anything like that, but I did want to say thank you so much. I love your product, and looking forward to see what you have in the future. Now, I've already done my foundation. I am wearing the Clé de Peau in 020, and I'm wearing the By Terry. And I have not done any powdering yet because, well, we have Westman Atelier, right? So I think I probably feel like I need a few more base products before I go on with the blush. Let's start with a little contouring. I'm going to go in with Biscuit, and I found, taking this Duo Fiber, which is an old MAC brush, but lots of companies make brushes like this. It's a stippling brush in Duo Fiber, and Duo Fibers are best for cream products, and this is the fashion I feel more comfortable. But I still do like to do a triangle like this, so it's boop, boop, so it can help to narrow the face just a little bit. Shall we do a little bit of Jolly Wowie? I don't usually do this. Don't worry, we have a beauty blender, and if it's a little too much, I shall go in with my dampened beauty blender and fix that up. I think for bronzer, I'm going in with the Westman Atelier, and I'm going to focus more on this shade because I'm not looking for a bronzed goddess look. I just want to add a little life and dimension to the face. So this is Cochette, and it looks so beautiful on the model. Why wouldn't it be? That's why she's the model. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And she also kind of had it in a little bit of a triangle, like yay, which isn't my normal shape for a blush. And it was just such a subtle, subtle look. I said in the video I put up my Face of the Month video for May that I was concerned that maybe I wasn't showing you guys looks that were super dramatic, because it's just not my thing. I want to look more subtle, but I also want you to see what color's going on. And this works so well, you guys, with the fingers. I'm just kind of going around the outline and blending that out. so you don't see it. And yes, this is another one of those subtle colors. Usually I go on with my eyeshadow before I do my face products, so let's move on to eyeshadow. We might want to actually, considering the colors in the eyeshadow, might want to go on with the Poppette, which is, look at that, cool pink, pretty. I'm going to start with the Rephr 01, and I'm going to scooch up just a little bit. And I think what they did on the model is this all over, and then they popped this in the center. Because of the shape of my eyes, I can't really do a halo. So that's what that is called, when you have dark here, and light right here. If you have close-set eyes, you don't want to do that. And if you have hooded eyes, kind of doesn't matter because you can't see it when my eye is open. But I'm just going to take this brush and kind of go all over the place, but I don't want to go too far in because I do feel, oh, this is pretty. Going too far in, especially with a color like this, going to make my eyes look even smaller. This is so pretty and so easy. This is a fluffy brush, which, you know, I would think with a formula like this might not be the best, but look at that color, and it's just transfers onto the lid so nicely. I have a little bit of foundation on my lid. I'm just kind of buffing it in. And again, with me, when my eyes are open, you can't really see too much, but it is kind of a dark shade. So I'm going to leave it like this for the moment. This is my initial shape, and then we'll play. I'm just going to take a Q-tip because I almost have identical shapes on each side, which is stunning for me, and just go really lightly over here. This is a very, very pretty color, and it applies so nicely. I was actually kind of surprised how it behaved. Let's just do the swatches right now, because I'm afraid this might look silver, but once it's on, it might be darker, and I am wrong. So there they are, right here and right here. This is beautiful. It's like a silvered lilac. But again, certain colors you don't really want on the inner corner because it can accentuate or call attention to darkness that you may have. I'm going to put some right on top of the eyeball in the center. Now again, when you are hooded and you want to kind of do a little spotlight like here and here, it might get a little bit messy because your hood and your lower lid are rubbing against each other all the time. Every time you blink, and you might not be able to get the look that you're hoping to get. I'm going back in with this, and now I'm just going to blend it out so the edges are nice and diffused, and this will bring it up a little bit higher so I can actually see it when my eyes are open. And look how nicely this diffuses. So I'm seeing that dark color climb up, but when you diffuse it like that, the sheeny bits are not getting up there, which is ideal for transition, especially if you're hooded. Super pretty. This is opening the door. This color is like a one and done color. It kind of does it all. Isn't that interesting? And it's a super easy eye. There's just two colors. I've already done my brows, and let's check for fallout. None. None. I'm impressed. Okay, so this blush is very nice. It's very subtle. I have no highlighter on my face, and I kind of want to go in with Fully Loaded. This is the Peau de Santé. I'm just kind of in love with this. And again, I've said it before, but if you didn't see those videos, if you're much darker than me, this would just be a highlighter. And if you're lighter than me, this is a blush. On me, I can wear it as a blush, but it's very, very subtle. I'm just kind of meshing that with the couchette. Oh, see from side to side? I'm going for an ethereal kind of look, if you couldn't tell from the butterflies. Lovely. And then let's go on with this face powder. You know what? I didn't look up anything about it. I can tell you this much. They're saying it's skincare as well as powder, and it comes, I think, in 5 shades. And I can also tell you that there's very few brands, maybe a handful, 5 or 6 brands, that when they come out with something new, I'm interested. And there's a good chance I'm going to buy it when it comes to Westman Atelier, because I love the aesthetic. It's not, let me put it another way. If somebody said to me, somebody really mean said to me, there's only one brand that you can use for the rest of your life, it's not going to be Natasha Denona. She does great eyeshadow palettes, but that's about it. With Westman Atelier, you get a little bit of everything, plus her aesthetic, which is very, very like this. So as I said, it's about 5 shades, and I decided to get Pink Bubble for reasons I do not understand. Partly because a lot of foundations can get a little too warm on me, and I was thinking something like this might help balance that out. Also, the pink can be very brightening, and also I just wasn't sure about the other colors. I'd have to say, if there's one thing I would complain about Westman Atelier, it's that there's not enough colors in her foundation. While I love it, I own 2 colors and I kind of mix them together, and they're still not ideal, a little too yellow, and I was thinking, based on that, I might experience the same thing with the powders, so I decided to go with pink. I think the skin looks stunning without powder. That Clé de Peau, come in close. Look at the pores on my cheeks. What? You don't see them? Me neither. But we're going to do a little powder anyway, even though I'm not incredibly shiny. And I believe one of the claims, what a bad YouTuber I am that I didn't look it up, is it makes you look poreless. I could certainly use some brightening under the eye, especially since this color on the lid is similar to a bruise color. And if you have darkness under your eyes, it might kind of pull to that and make it look worse than it is. This is my Wayne Goss airbrush, which I find is perfect for powder. And let's just take down a little bit of the sheen. I don't know that you'll actually get mattified on this. And then where the edges are, I kind of diffuse like this, so you don't see, oh, here's powder, and then here's a line where it's not powdered. Really pretty. Okay, I'm going to bring you in and take a look at the cheeks and the forehead. Super, super pretty. And beautiful under the eyes. I'm going to take off a little bit of this, but even after I take it off, I can still feel it, and I'm here for it. So, bikini, and I think this is aperitivo. I'm not 100% sure. I looked with my magnifying glass, but it's still a little too small for me. Or maybe it's just the font. Let's try bikini first. So I got this because sometimes I do like to get something a little light on my lips that is not opaque. For instance, the Westman Atelier, I love this. I have this in Nana, and I have this in the peach one, and it just gives me a little bit of lightness without making me feel crazy, because I'm one of those people who feels uncomfortable with nudes. I'm still on the nude road. And again, I'm very fussy about my lip products, and especially glosses, because they can be heavy and sticky and uncomfortable. So this does have, it's not uncomfortable, but it does have a heft to it. It's not as heavy as, for instance, I have really been into this Phantom Balm gloss from Hourglass since I got it. And this is heavy and strange and kind of melts into your lips because it's a solid. It's not as heavy as that, but I feel like it's not as nourishing feeling as the Squeaky Clean from Westman Atelier, or one of my favorites is the Viseart. It's so good, and it's very similar to the Tower 28. Tower 28 came out second, so they probably copied that formula, but the Tower 28 are far less opaque. They only give you just the whisper of color. So this is a nice way to go about the nude, and the opacity, the amount of color it's giving me, is very reminiscent of the Squeaky Clean, with just two different feelings. I will say that the Squeaky Clean doesn't last, if you're looking for that color, doesn't last a long time. With this one, I tested a couple of days. This will stay on the lips for longer. Now let's go in with the other color. This color is really pretty close to my natural lip color, except it's a bit darker. So I want to go just a little bit. So this might be an everyday kind of color that you keep in your purse. It's really comfortable. It's just that I feel that it's adhering to my lip. And it is. It will stay on longer. Now, just out of curiosity, you know, if you find the other color a little too dark, oh, this is perfect. Okay, if the other color is a little too dark, which for me, for this look, it was, this is working well. Now, I love this look, but I'm curious about Poppette. I want to be very ginger with this, so I'm going to wipe off my hands and just take a little bit. In fact, I'm going to take a little bit and put it here. And then take off the excess and do a little bit right there. I don't even have mascara or liner on, you guys. Okay, my cheeks look fantastic. Just take a look here. Cheek, 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 cheek. 300 products on it, and I am okay with it. Really am glad that I made the choice for these two. 100%. Really glad I made the choice for these two. So alone, or together, and the more I put on, actually, the more comfortable it is. Not sticky. And it's not heavy. It's just heavier than my preference, and I'm weird when it comes to lips. I feel that, I kind of feel like I don't even want to do liner, but I know that I really do. So I'm going to go on with this. This just stays. I pulled out my Surratt tubing mascara yesterday, so let's just play with that a little bit. So pretty. It just gives me that feathery lash look that I really like, and I think is very, very appropriate for this little ethereal thing I have going on here. Really, I was just feeling the etherealness today, and my barrettes are easily accessed, so I thought I'd do a little, you know, hair party today. And that's what we are doing, my friends. So final look. I think it's super pretty. I have nothing bad to say about anything that I put on my face. I love it all. My first experience with Chantecaille Duo. This is really, really nice. Next time I see a sale somewhere, I'm going to look into some others, or I might go to Blue Mercury, which there's one near me, and they carry this line in store. And you guys, that's going to wrap it up for me today. I hope you liked it. I hope I might have given you some ideas. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.